Back working on our spreadsheet here. We've had a couple of examples. We've built it out for a few time periods. Maybe you've built yours further than this. That's fine too. The reason I went so far, just as far as I did, because we need to build down a little bit here. So we're going to go down the spreadsheet and get to our net worth. Our net worth is our assets minus our liabilities equals our total net worth. Assets minus liabilities equal total net worth. Now this is not our payments. Our cash flow and our payments is up here. But the amount of our net worth is the amount that we own, the value of what we own minus the amount we owe. Own versus owe. So when you look at this, what do we have? I already filled these in for you from our case study. 6,000 checking, 5,000 savings, 5,000 in collectibles. He's got some baseball cards and some other things. And 401k's got $5,000 in it so far, which is pretty cool. Liabilities, $25,000 student loan, $1,800 in a credit card, and $600 on the other credit card. So the credit card debt's not bad, but we don't like credit card debt. There's no reason to have credit card debt if you've got some money in the bank. So we're going to adjust that quite quickly. So a couple of things here. The first thing is when you review the assets and the liabilities, you want to see if you can just get rid of some debt really easily. So one of the things we can do here is I like to refer to this as a leaky bucket. So you are pouring money in, you have interest on the savings account, which is what? We're going to say interest in the savings account is 0.01 or 1%. So we're earning interest at 1%. And the credit card here we already know is 18%. And so the 18% here is obviously going to have bigger holes in the bucket. So we're pouring money. Imagine a bucket. You're pouring money in at 1%. That's what you're earning. And of course, the hole at the bottom is your credit card that's leaking money out at 18%. So we don't like that. We want to plug that leaky bucket. And of course, the same thing's true with the other credit card at 18%. So I'm going to put that in there too. Instead of taking these out and trying to pay them off, all I'm going to do is say, well, 1,800 and 600 is $2,400, and I'm going to get rid of the savings, and I'm going to say get rid of the $2,400 in savings and make this $2,600 in savings, and I can get rid of these. So these numbers now turn to 0, and I have a little bit less net worth. Actually, I have the same net worth, I take that back, but I have less payments. So now let's see what that happens. I got $2,600 here, but let's go back up here because what I was paying in credit cards, credit card 1 was $50 a month, credit card 2 was $50 a month. Well, those are all gone now. I'm not paying anything. So there's 0 here and 0 here. So what does that do? Oh, look. Now my balance is $1,738. Remember when I came back up here and I couldn't keep my 401k at $2,400? Well, let's see. Can I get $1,200 out of there? Yes, I can. So I'm going to go back up here and save my $2,400. Whoops, I don't want to do it that way. I want to do it this way. Oh, I took the formula out. Let me undo. If you ever do anything wrong, you can undo it. See, the formula's in there. What I want to do is simply 200 here. There we go. Okay, now our 2,400 is back, and I still have a positive cash flow. So I put that back. I have $958 left over the year, and I can still fund my 401k. I'm still starving up here. As you remember, we don't have a lot of money extra. We've cut a lot of our bills, and my poor doggy is not getting as many of my grooming treatments as he wants and so on. But nevertheless, we've still got positive cash flow. So that's one way to do it. Obviously, everyone's going to do it a little bit different in their life. But fix the leaky bucket. If I fix the leaky bucket, I have extra money that I can pay because I'm not paying that interest. But beyond that, I don't have the payments. So that's awesome. Now, the second thing here is the student loan I'm not going to be able to pay off. It's $25,000. I can't pay it off. So in a separate video, I showed you how to do a loan amortization. So go to the loan amortization and look for the amounts of the balance of this loan every year for the next 8 years. And as you can see, you can just plug those in. This is 2016, so the years are up here, 2016. In fact, if you ever get a spreadsheet and you lose the years, just write them in again. in fact, it's even easier. This is equals 2016, enter. And that way you'll know that this goes, and then it'll just copy straight across. So that's easy to do. I'm going to give us 8 years here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we have that. The question is, how much will my loan be at the end of this year? Well, I did an amortization table, and I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. So this is in a different video. I showed you how to do this. But what it definitely shows is our $25,000 balance at the beginning of this year. At the end of the 12th months will be $22,489. So I can, in the same spreadsheet, just either copy it, or I can do it in a spreadsheet that's a little more fancy. You can take this and say equals, and go over to the other sheet and say this cell, enter. And you can put in that cell. So this cell isn't on this sheet, it's on the other sheet, but you can put in that cell. And the same thing's true here, equals, and you go to the other sheet, and you go to the second one, enter. This equals, go to the other sheet, and it's this one, enter. And this equals, go to the other sheet, enter, and keep going across. This one equals, go to the other sheet, enter. This final two equals, go to the other sheet, enter. This last one, 2023, sheet, whoops, I don't think I got that one, hold on. Yeah, equals, then go to the sheet, then hit enter and return. So this number is unusual. Sheet F105, I'm not sure what that is. Hold on a second. This equals, this sheet F105 is 0. So why won't that show up as 0? Enter. Huh. 7.89 to 13. Oh, it's 0. Oh wait. 7412. I went too far, didn't I? 7412. Ah, it's this one. Okay. That's what I did wrong. Here we go. So this equals, I went too far, equals 3817. Enter. And then, of course, in 2024, it equals 0. I'm sorry, I got too far. Also, all these decimals, we don't need all those decimals, so we're going to get rid of all the decimals out of it. And that will tell us how much it is. And we might want to turn it into currency. So we just turn it into currency here. And we can see, oh, we got to get rid of the decimals again. And we can see how much we owe for each year. So we owe $25,000 this year. We owe $22,000, $19,000, $16,000, $13,000, $10,000. And you do the same for a house payment. You do it for anything else. So you can see what the payoff amount would be over the next 8 years while you pay this loan off. So watch the amortization video and you can see what happens there. But what's going to happen is, since this loan balance is going down, our net worth will be going up because our liabilities are going down, so our net worth is actually going to go up. So if we look at our net worth right this second, our net worth is going to be equal to the sum, right, of all of our assets. These are all of our assets, minus, well, there's only one liability here, so I'm just going to use it, but it would normally be the whole sum of whatever liabilities you have, equals. And it's $6,400 negative. Is that okay to have a negative net worth? Yes, of course it is. The reason it's a negative net worth is because we have a $25,000 student loan. When you buy your first house, you will have a huge negative net worth, more than likely, because you have a huge loan on that. So when you think about a negative net worth, it is not bad to have a negative net worth. It just is. What do you want to use debt for? You want to use it for appreciating assets, the assets that go up in value. And of course, your college education is something that is going to be very valuable to you throughout your whole life. And some people don't even think you can put a price on it. So therefore, when you start thinking about student loans, or in the case of a house, which should go up in value over time, those kinds of things are where you want to use debt. And of course, we want to get rid of this credit card debt. Okay, so that gets you to your first net worth, and we're going to start moving across next and see if we can figure out what our net worth is going forward. But that will be in the next video. So I'll see you there.